Welcome back to another episode of More Than a Mortgage, where we help our business partners, our clients, people out there looking to buy homes. We help them create wealth through real estate. And we talk about a lot of different things other than real estate that just can help the average homeowner, home buyer, anybody out there looking to get into the game. That's what we do. I'm Mike Black, and this is the Tom one and
Merritt.
only.
Yeah, Tom Merritt.
Tom Merritt. And how you been, man?
Doing well, hanging in there amidst the summer, and just plowing through. It's been good. It's been fun, and still craziness out there, right? The markets are nuts. Surprised
you're in one piece right now. Tom had a father-son hockey challenge last week where
I did.
He usually comes back on crutches and sometimes in a wheelchair, depending on how bad they beat him up. So how'd it go?
I am a little black and blue, sore knees, sore shoulders. The back hurts a bit. I think I got a little congestion, but I will say I made it. It's been 11 years that my boys and I have been going to this camp. This was the last year. They aged out, so it was a little bittersweet to a certain extent, just because we're not going to be heading back there next year. But it was fun, and it's amazing as I look past the pictures from when they were 4 and 5 years old to where they are today. And it's just amazing how fast time flies.
Looking at those pictures, saying, "Gosh, when they were 4 and 5, I was quite the skater, and now I'm getting running circles around me."
Oh man, I'll tell you what, we would let them win when they were 5, and they, I think, let us come close this year. So that was about the size of it. The best competition I've realized is when your kid is like 11 or 12. That's kind of when it's a
sweet spot. That's a sweet spot.
By the time they're 15 and 16, not good.
I love it. Well, it's amazing how fast time flies, and I know you're going through a whole different level. I mean, I'm dealing with you graduating preschool, and
well, you just got back from a little basketball camp as well.
First basketball camp down in West Virginia. It was a camp my brother and I grew up on, and to say, it's probably something we'll never forget. But it took me down memory lane, man. I bet all kinds of things kept popping up from back in the days when we were younger. So it's. Got to enjoy the times while they're here, right?
Amen.
So, well, hey, listen, we had an episode that we did not too long ago, and I don't want you to confuse it with what we're going to talk about today, but it was called Buy Now, Refinance Later. And while that's true, get into the home now, you can always refinance down the road. That is a very true and real thing that we coach our clients around. And we actually have an entire episode that you can go back and watch on that. It'll help you understand the importance behind not necessarily focusing on rates and waiting for rates to come down, but really focusing on like the opportunities that you have out there to buy, take advantage of the appreciation that we're seeing here in the Chicago market,
and get in,
and then refinance later, because it's a lot cheaper to refinance. And so that episode's great. Go back and watch it. We highly encourage it. We've had a lot of people viewing that lately. But what we want to talk about today is something different, and it's something that I think that you and I we've talked about a lot, but it's coming. And when it comes, we want to have strategy in place. I mean, one of the things that I can tell you before I tell you what we're going to talk about is the strategy is everything right now when you're buying, and all the way from like our previous episodes we talked about with multiple offers to what we're getting ready to talk about today. When rates come down, we can go through a whole entire, some statistics around this, but when rates come down, there is going to be a lot more buyers that enter the market.
If you think it's tough now to get an offer accepted, just wait until, rates get to that sub 6 range. It's going to just overflow.
It's going to overflow.
Huge demand.
Yeah, and so, one of the things I love about where we work is, we have a plethora of strategies and opportunities and products that can help you compete in the upcoming market. And I don't know if that market's 3 months, 6 months, a year, but once we see rates hit 6, high 5s, strap your seatbelt on, because I think it's on.
Yeah, but I think even talking about now, it's still a pretty competitive market, and it's hard. And there's really, we've talked about it before, different strategies and different things to do to get you in a property. I think one of the biggest things that people have an issue with, though, is, okay, great, but I need to sell my house in order to find it.
It's one of the biggest issues.
Yeah. It's like, what am I going to do with it? I'm going to sell it, but the market is so quick. I got, but I need the money in there.
Yeah. Next to saying goodbye to your 2.875%, it's probably the next biggest issue is like, I don't think people realize how much equity they actually have in their places right now.
It's pretty crazy.
I think we talked about it before, like $300,000+ and is the average equity position in the United States.
Across the country, yeah.
Across the country that people hold in their real estate right now. So a lot of people are hesitant to go out and buy because they need that place to sell first, and they're like, what do I do? So, one of the things that we wanted to really hit on today and talk about today was a proprietary program that we offer here at Cross Country. You may find it in other places, but I think from what I've seen out in the marketplace, it's a very few and far between product that we offer, but it's called Buy Now, Sell Later. And Tom, share with us, because you just went through this. I'm going through it right now, but tell the story about your client that you helped with the Buy Now, Sell Later program and how that really put you guys in a winning spot.
I mean, it's kind of mind-blowing, actually, because, a lot of times, obviously, the first step in the process is to come to us to get pre-approved, to figure out what you need to do. And what happens is part of the process is we see what you can, quote-unquote, afford. And, affordability is one of the biggest issues going on right now with these higher rates, with these higher price points. And so to support a new purchase as well as your current property is really difficult. And so a lot of times, buyers can't necessarily get the home that they want because they have to sell their house first in order to qualify. And so this program, which we were introduced to when we moved over to Cross Country, is unbelievable in the sense that we are able to not count that property expense against you. Now, there are some caveats. We need credit scores. We need some different things to go in there to qualify for it. But assuming you fit in that box, you don't have to count that property against you. So you can go out there and buy that new property and qualify for it with the understanding you're going to sell it.
It doesn't hit your debt ratio.
Doesn't hit your debt ratio. And so the understanding is that you're going to sell it.
So, guys, I want you to hear what he just said. So you have a property. You got a mortgage payment currently, an existing mortgage payment. You want to go buy a new place, and we don't have to count your current mortgage housing expense against you. Your principal and interest, taxes and insurance,
any of it.
So any of that debt we can eliminate out of the picture, which is huge because here's the thing. Ask your realtor, ask your attorney, ask anyone that knows what they're doing right now. You will not win in this market with a home sale contingency.
And the big difference between this and others that we've worked with in the past, we didn't have to count it against our borrowers if in the event they had a contract on their property,
a cash offer,
non-contingent.
Yeah, but it had to be a cash offer.
At this, right now, there are instances where we don't even need the property physically be listed.
Yeah.
So let alone have a contract, it doesn't even need to be necessarily listed.
Yeah.
Which is just, again, there are families, they've got stuff everywhere, they're not ready to put it on the market, let alone sell it, and they're able to then move forward, find a property, put in this non-contingent offer, obtain that property that they wouldn't otherwise have gotten, and then go back and sell the property.
It's amazing. And realtors, take note of that. You guys should be selling the crap out of this because this is going to be the new thing that we're going to see coming up.
That's the leg up. This is what wins you the deals.
Yeah, and now's the time. I think I always look at the summer market as a time to catch your breath, right? It slows down. Everybody's traveling. This is the time to be having those conversations.
100%.
This is the time for real estate agents and us lenders to be going back through our database, talking to people, especially those that have been in their homes for 3 to 5 years because they're all itching. They've got kids now. Their life's changed. Something's gone on in their life. A divorce has happened. Whatever the case may be.
Kids moved out.
Kids moved out. They need a new home. So this is the time to be just having those conversations to say, hey, did you know you didn't need to sell your house first and you can buy another house? That's unbelievable. So great win with your clients. I know they were super happy.
Well, it not only got them the deal, but it allowed them to go to the price point that they wanted to get the property that they wanted, as opposed to having to wait to sell or settling for something that wasn't really what they wanted.
So that takes care of one issue, like the issue of not having the debt counted against you, and we can walk you through how that works. It's our buy now sell ready program, buy now sell later program. Sorry, and we can walk you through the steps that need to happen in order to get there. So now I don't have the debt counted against me. Great. Well,
I need the equity.
I need the equity because that was, let's use an example. My place is worth $800,000. I owe $400,000. I've got $400,000 of equity sitting there right now.
And the plan is to use that to buy the new place.
Plans to buy that, to use that to buy the new place. So I want to touch on what else you did for that client with our Move First program.
Yeah. Well, so the Move First program, we stacked these two together.
Yeah. These are very good, like 1-2 punch combos where it can help you buy before you sell. It's unbelievable.
So with the Move First program, we are able to access the equity. Now, not all of it, but we were able to access it and use that then for the down payment. And the best part is number one, that still didn't count against that debt to income, and so they qualified. And number two, they had no additional payments on it until they sell the property. So
unbelievable.
It's kind of a double win.
So let me get this straight. For those of you listening right now, we were able to use our Move First program in conjunction with our Buy Now, Sell Later program, which means none of the debt was counted against you on the new purchase. So you had a non-contingent offer, but the Move First program gives you access to the equity in your property. And if I heard you correctly, you don't even have to make a payment on it.
Nope, you just pay off it once you sell your property.
So it's accrued interest basically, where you don't even make a payment on that. We'll call it a loan for the sake of argument. It is a loan.
Yeah.
On the loan that you take out on your equity until you sell your place. So once you sell your place, any accrued interest goes back onto the balance of your loan, and voila, it didn't damage any of your budgeting. It didn't affect you at all with having multiple payments in the picture, which is, I think, one of the biggest fears people have when they're going through this is, oh my gosh, the burden of carrying both mortgages and, what if I don't sell? Like, there's so many things that go through people's minds when they're selling their home and buying a new home. This is a way to help alleviate some of that.
Absolutely. I think it removes the stress. And again, as we said before, it allows them to buy the property they want, to execute on it without the stress of having to get the property up and listed, get it sold, and actually try and coordinate a move on the same day in order to utilize the equity from the sale of their property to buy their new place. Unbelievable.
I'm having these conversations a lot with people right now. It's something that it's happening now, and we're not even where I think we're going. But when it does happen, these are conversations. If you're out in front of it and people know what their options are, it's really going to help them.
Well, I think you nailed it on the head, right? So the problem is nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
So they don't even know about the opportunity, so they can't take advantage of it. So part of the reason for this podcast and what we're talking about is so that people are aware, so you can take advantage of it and get ahead.
Yeah, and it goes back to our future. And we've had future past podcasts that we've done where we've talked about the importance of planning. And I think one of the biggest mistakes I see people make all the time, almost daily, is they call me and they say, hey, we found a place. And they have not even started the process. They don't know where to turn. They don't know what to, they just said, I need a pre-approval letter, and it's a Saturday afternoon. Guys, that's not how you do this. Like,
you got to plan.
The planning is everything. And we've talked about this a lot on our show, but like just having that plan in place, no matter whether it's a buy now, sell later, like we've been talking about, or how to compete against multiple offers to put you, like I was literally just in a multiple offer this past weekend, and my client's been looking for 2 years, and I asked the agent, I said, hey, can I see the offer before you guys submit it? And we weren't waiving anything. We had contingencies all over it. That's not very good planning. And
not in this market.
I'm not faulting anybody on it. It was just an oversight. We didn't put it on there. Had we not put it on there, we would have lost, but we won because we changed it to a non-contingent, no home sale contingency, no financing contingency. That takes time. That takes planning. If that just comes up out of the blue, you're not prepared for it, you're going to feel uncomfortable doing some of the things that we do to structure your loan for you.
And that's just one example. Another example I had is, I had a client similarly, past client, so it was a little frustrating because came to me this weekend, said, hey, I found this property, was going around looking, wanting a pre-approval letter. No problem, we get it. Got the property. Doesn't like the monthly obligation.
Yeah.
Didn't recognize or realize, because we haven't done the due diligence and the planning of what this monthly obligation would look like moving forward. And so, luckily we do have different options. We're talking about buy downs, and we're talking about some of these other vehicles to help bring that initial monthly obligation down. But if we would have had the initial conversation before going out and looking at properties, it could have all been alleviated because we would have had a plan in place in order to achieve what we want.
Totally. So, realtors out there, if you guys want to get together and talk through the buy now, sell later program, the move first program that we offer, these are tools that can help you
be more competitive. Win the
deal. Make your clients happier. I think these are like just everything that we talk about when it comes to preparation for all this are just tools in the toolbox that make you better at your craft.
And I think just to make it a blanket statement, and I'm going to speak general, isn't exact, but if you ever have a client that says you need to have a home sale contingency in order to make it happen, I think we should talk.
Yeah, totally. That's a without a doubt. Any client that's nervous about selling first or trying to time it to where there's I literally have a meeting with a client today. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about the move first program. We're talking about the buy now, sell later. He doesn't need the buy now, sell later program with us, but the move first he does. And it's a good way for him to tap into that equity, not have to worry about an extra payment on top. He is excited as can be about doing that right now. And he doesn't have to go through a double underwrite. He's going through the straight underwrite with us. It's not like we have to go through a home equity line of credit or another vehicle to do it. So we'd love an opportunity to talk with you guys about how this can help your businesses out and how it can help your clients, your buyers, your buyers and sellers really take advantage of the market right now.
Love it. All
right, guys, look, hopefully this helps paint a picture of what's coming, how to be ready for battle.
Be able to take advantage, create opportunities for yourself to get ahead.
Yeah, and guys, please subscribe to our show. Look, we've got a lot of good content we got coming down the pipe right now. A lot of good guest speakers we got on the radar right now coming on our monthly fireside chats.
Check out past episodes as well, just from the standpoint that some of these are going to pertain. We've talked about them in the past, but maybe they didn't necessarily apply to you now or then, but they do now. You can check them out.
Yeah, and I don't think our past episodes are going to get old anytime soon.
No,
so,
not what we're dealing with.
So, but we appreciate you guys joining us today, and buy now,
sell later.
I'm Mike Black.
And I'm Tom Merritt.
And we are
More Than a Mortgage.